Imagine visiting Canada in 2025 without applying for a visa. Just pack your bags and go. 6 Caribbean countries will get visa-free travel for tourism, business, and even steps toward moving there. Why is Canada doing this? Which nations make the list? And what does it mean for you? Stick around because we'll explain every detail. This is a game changer. Number 6. Antigua and Barbuda. Canada's plan to drop visa needs for Antigua and Barbuda in 2025 shows how close these two countries are, both in politics and business. Antigua and Barbuda is famous for its beautiful beaches and busy tourism sector, and it has always been a top spot for Canadians to visit. Now, Antigua and Barbuda travelers get the same chance. Why the change? Canada trusts that Antigua and Barbuda is doing a good job at keeping its borders safe, cutting down on illegal immigration, and keeping solid diplomatic ties. Canadian officials also believe this move will boost tourism and trade between the two nations. Antigua's Citizenship by Investment Program, or CIP, raised some questions before, but with tougher rules now in place, Canada feels safe allowing visa-free entry. What it means for travel and immigration: people from Antigua and Barbuda will be able to stay in Canada up to 6 months for tourism, business, or family visits. No visa needed. But remember, this does not mean they can work or study automatically. They still have to follow Canada's immigration laws for work or school permits. Visiting often could help build connections that might help with future residency applications. Why are people leaving Antigua and Barbuda? Many Antiguans look for work abroad because of economic problems at home, few job options, and the effects of hurricanes. Canada's strong economy, good healthcare, and high living standards attract them. With easier travel, more Antiguans may check out Canadian jobs or schools. Number 5. Dominica. Dominica, known as the Nature Isle of the Caribbean, will be next. Canada is removing its visa requirement because Dominica has strengthened its immigration controls and built solid ties with Canada. Why the change? Dominica has improved passport security and cut down on fake travel documents. It also joins regional security groups like CARICOM's Single Market and Economy, or CSME. Canada sees Dominica's efforts to rebuild after Hurricane Maria in 2017 as a sign of commitment and stability. What it means for Dominicans: they can stay in Canada for short trips, tourism, business meetings, or family visits, without a visa. They still must prove they have enough funds, a return ticket, and a clear criminal record. This doesn't include work or study permits, but it lets Dominicans see Canada's schools and job markets before they make long-term plans. Why are people leaving Dominica? Despite its natural beauty, Dominica has few jobs and relies on farming and ecotourism. Many young workers leave to find better pay and career options in fields like healthcare, tech, and engineering in places like Canada. Number 4. St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis will also join Canada's visa-free list. These two islands already have strong ties with Canada in education and investment. Why the change? St. Kitts and Nevis shows very few people overstay their visas in Canada, and their passports are hard to fake. Canada wants to deepen its relationship with the Eastern Caribbean, where St. Kitts and Nevis plays a big role in keeping things stable. What it means for Kittitians and Nevisians: they can travel without a visa for tourism, business meetings, or family visits. Students can tour Canadian universities before they apply for study permits, but travelers must still show they have enough money, a return ticket, and a clean record to avoid problems at the border. Why are people leaving St. Kitts and Nevis? Even though it's beautiful, the islands depend mostly on tourism and citizenship investments. There aren't many other industries, so young professionals often move to places like Canada for higher pay and more career growth. Number 3. St. Lucia. St. Lucia, with its stunning scenery and lively culture, is also on Canada's 2025 visa-free list. This shows Canada trusts St. Lucia's travel documents and sees little immigration risk. Why the change? St. Lucia keeps a clean immigration record with Canada, with very few visa issues or deportations. They've joined international security pacts and updated their passport system. Canada wants to strengthen ties with St. Lucia, a key player in tourism and finance in the Eastern Caribbean. What it means for St. Lucians: they can travel without applying for a visa, opening doors for tourism, business, and family trips. This doesn't grant work rights, but it does let them explore Canada's job market and schools. Visits could help build connections for future permanent residency applications. Why are people leaving St. Lucia? High youth unemployment and few specialized job opportunities push St. Lucians to emigrate. Many go to Canada for education, skilled jobs, and a better life. The visa waiver will make this trend grow as travel gets easier. Number 2, Grenada. Grenada, the Spice Isle, will soon enjoy visa-free travel to Canada. This shows how strong its diplomatic ties are and how Canada sees it as a low-risk country. Why the change? Grenada has low overstay rates in Canada and good systems to stop passport fraud. Its Citizenship by Investment program, CIP, has new rules for more transparency. Canada also wants more tourism and trade with Grenada. What it means for Grenadians, they can visit Canada visa-free for vacations, business, or family reunions. Students can scout Canadian universities before applying for study permits. They still need to prove they'll return home to avoid being flagged as overstayers. Why are people leaving Grenada? Grenada depends on tourism and farming, so high-paying jobs are few. Professionals in medicine and engineering often move abroad for better pay and career growth. Visa-free travel will make it easier for them to network and explore job chances. Number 1. Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago is the biggest Caribbean economy. Its spot on Canada's visa-free list is a big deal. This shows the strong economic partnership and low immigration risk between the two countries. Why the change? Trinidad and Tobago trades a lot with Canada, especially in energy and finance. They have strong border controls and low overstay rates in Canada. Canada sees visa-free travel as a way to boost business and tourism from this twin island nation. What it means for Trinidadians and Tobagonians, they can visit Canada more easily for travel, business, or family reasons. Professionals can attend conferences, explore job markets, or meet Canadian employers. They still must prove they have enough funds and a specific reason for visiting to avoid any entry issues. Why are people leaving Trinidad and Tobago? Even with oil and gas wealth, the country struggles with economic ups and downs, crime, and brain drain. Skilled workers, doctors, engineers leave for better pay and safer lives. Canada's visa waiver may encourage more to look at programs like express entry. Starting in 2025, these 6 countries no longer need a visa to visit Canada. This is a big win for tourism, business, and family ties. But remember, visa-free travel isn't unlimited. It doesn't give you automatic work or study permissions. Always check Canada's entry rules before you go. If you're from one of these Caribbean countries, 2025 is your chance to see Canada like never before. Whether you dream of visiting Toronto, starting a business in Vancouver, or planning a permanent move, this visa exemption is your golden ticket. Make sure your passport is valid, know Canada's entry requirements, and travel with all the right documents. Want more updates on immigration rules, travel tips, and how to use this new freedom? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Drop a comment. Which Canadian city are you most excited to visit? Montreal's arts and food scene? Calgary's mountain views? Let us know. Don't just dream about Canada, make it your reality in 2025. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.